That down? Let's move on to this, shall we? Alien Romulus had the second biggest opening this weekend in the franchise's history and took over the #1 spot at the box office from Deadpool and Wolverine, making over $41 million, getting close to $42 million in it. Put that in perspective. Great movies this year, like Furiosa and Fall Guy. They made in the 20s millions in their opening weekends. And Aliens Romulus comes out, makes well over 40. And here's why it's impressive. This is why this is really impressive. Now, somebody we really like in the online movie space, Forbes' Scott Mendelson, he got on Threads today and he mentioned, well, I don't get, why are people calling this a win? Why are people calling Alien Romulus a win? Because Alien Covenant came out, and, you know, it didn't make as much as Alien Romulus, but it wasn't all that far off, and everybody called it a big disaster. But now along comes Alien Romulus, and it makes a little bit more, and everybody's calling it a big win. Doesn't make any sense to me. And by the way, I'm not trashing on Scott, because I think Scott's one of the guys I like to read. I think Scott's really good, but I replied to him. I said this. There are a couple of big factors into why you got to look at Alien Romulus as a huge win versus what Alien Covenant did. First thing is, well, Alien Covenant came out pre-pandemic. I mean, before we went through the box office metamorphosis that we've gone through as a result of the pandemic, that movie was pre-pandemic. The second big thing is, when Alien Covenant came out, Alien was still seen as a respected IP. Prometheus was divisive, but the Alien IP was still kind of seen as a viable, legit, big IP in Hollywood. I mean, it wasn't Star Wars or Marvel or anything or Harry Potter, but at that time when Covenant came out, Alien was a respected, viable, still a big IP. Contrast that to today. When they announced that Alien Romulus was coming out, a lot of people, myself included, said, well, that's a mistake. This is a dead franchise. Not that a lot of us don't love Aliens. Of course we do. We still remember the original films. Even the Alien versus Predator and Alien versus Predator Requiem, even those films have some fun. Right? It wasn't that, but the franchise had been run into the ground. Nobody cared about Alien anymore. It was dead. Much like Predator was. And then all of a sudden, Dan Trachtenberg came out and made Prey. So I don't know, maybe Alien Romulus can be like Prey and get everybody excited again. And it was originally destined to go straight to Hulu, just like Prey did. So for this little movie, with no major stars, none. A couple of these people in this movie are going to be big, but right now, nobody in this movie is a big star. So no big names to base the marketing on a dead franchise that was destined to go straight to Hulu on an $80 million budget, which is, of course, bigger than anything I'll ever make. But to put that in perspective, that's $35 million cheaper than they made Borderlands for.
Yeah.
$80 million budget. Post-pandemic, when the Alien franchise was considered dead, no big stars, done. Supposed to go straight to Hulu, and they put this movie out, and today it makes over $41 million. Over $100 million worldwide, which means in its first weekend, Alien Romulus has made more than $25 million over its production budget. That doesn't mean it's profitable yet. It still has more money it needs to make to be profitable. But after one weekend, it has blown by its production budget. Again, contrast that with Borderlands, whose budget was $115 million and they made $8 million in their opening weekend, and have made $18 million worldwide after 2 weekends. So, and listen, I'll tell you what, this is not better than the original Alien. This is not better than Aliens, but there has never been a better Alien movie since those original two. It brought the fun back to it. It brought the horror back to it. It brought the atmosphere back to it. Did it delve a little bit into the member berries? Absolutely it did.
Sure.
Sure it did. 100% it did. But you know what? A little bit of a spoiler here. I'm just going to say a line that's in the movie. Forgive me for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but I'm going to give just a quick one-line spoiler. But when dude says, "Get away from her, you bitch," my audience that I was in the theaters with exploded. The audience, the movie theater that I was in, went nuts. So did it rely a little bit on the member berries? Sure it did. But it relied on them when they worked. Nostalgia is not a good or a bad thing. It can be used badly or it can be used well. They used it pretty well. Now, is it a perfect movie? No, not a perfect movie, but I had a big fun with it. And I love seeing this. And again, it just kind of doubles down on the fact that what they really should have done with Prey is put that thing out in theaters. They should have put Prey in theaters. I think it could have had the kind of similar path that Alien Romulus has. But at any rate, I mean, I'm super happy for it. Again, second biggest in the franchise. After the franchise was considered to be dead, post-pandemic, no big stars. And yet, here we are. Good on them.
Good on them.
And I'm excited for them. I'm excited to see where they go. We want to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Hungryroot. Guys, you know me. I like things that make my life easier, especially things that make it easier for me to eat healthy and eat well, and certainly more effectively than trying to order from food delivery services. Hungryroot is the easiest way to eat healthy. They send you fresh, high-quality groceries, simple, delicious recipes, and essential supplements. It's like having someone else do all the planning and shopping so you don't even have to think about it. Hungryroot gets to know your personal health goals, dietary restrictions, favorite foods, how much time you want to spend cooking, and more. Then, they build you a personalized cart with all your grocery needs for the week, including easy 4-ingredient recipes to put those groceries to use. Each order is fully customizable so you can take their suggestions or choose anything you want. They've got fresh produce, high-quality meat and seafood, healthy snacks, smoothies, sweets, ready-to-eat meals, kids snacks and meals, vitamins and supplements, and much more. Everything from Hungryroot follows a simple standard. It's got to taste good, be quick to make, and contain whole, trusted ingredients. Right now, Hungryroot is offering the John Campea Show listeners 40% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. Just go to hungryroot.com/Campea to get 40% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. That's hungryroot.com/Campea. Don't forget to use our link so that they know we sent you. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Deadpool and Wolverine's finally been dethroned at the box office in its fourth weekend, and Alien Romulus, the film I admit had no faith in 8 months ago, is the one that did it. Good on them. However you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.